This message is titled, Go Ahead and Tell It. Tell what, you may ask? Share your testimony. Here are 8 reasons why you should share your testimony. Number 1, it glorifies God. You are telling others about God's power, His faithfulness, and His goodness. Psalm chapter 105 and verse 1 says, Oh, give thanks to the Lord. Call upon His name. Make known His deeds among the peoples. Number 2, it strengthens the faith of others. Hearing real stories builds confidence that God is still moving and still doing miracles. There are so many examples of situations where Jesus healed people and they told others. Like in Luke chapter 5 and verses 12 through 15, Jesus healed a leper and told the leper to tell no one, but show yourself to the priest. Verse 15 reads, However, the report went around concerning him all the more, and great multitudes came together to hear and to be healed by him of their infirmities. Number 3, it opens the door to salvation. Personal stories reach hearts more deeply than sermons. John chapter 4 and verse 39 states, And many of the Samaritans of that city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified, He told me all that I ever did. In Mark chapter 5, Jesus heals a demon-possessed man, and the man wanted to follow Jesus. In verse 19, it states, However, Jesus did not permit him, but said to him, Go home to your friends and tell them what great things the Lord has done for you and how He has had compassion on you. Number 4, testifying reminds us of God's faithfulness. The enemy doesn't want us to focus on the things God has done for us. Sharing our testimony reinforces gratitude and keeps the memory of God's goodness alive. Psalm chapter 77 and verses 11 through 12 state, I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember your wonders of old. I will also meditate on all your work and talk of your deeds. Number 5, testifying defeats shame and silences the enemy. Speaking out breaks the power of fear, guilt, and secrecy. In Romans chapter 1 and verse 16, Paul boldly states, For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God to salvation for everyone who believes, for the Jews first and also for the Greek. Number 6, sharing your testimony activates spiritual boldness. When you hear a testimony of someone that is going through a situation similar to yours and hear what God did for them, it does and should create a boldness in you. Romans chapter 2 and verse 11 states, For there is no partiality with God. So every time someone shares, their confidence grows, and so does their willingness to be used by God. Number 7, testifying demonstrates the gospel in real life. Testimonies show what transformation looks like, not just what it sounds like. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verses 2 through 3 in the NIV reads, You yourselves are your letter, written on your hearts, known and read by everyone. You show that you are a letter from Christ, the result of our ministry, written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not on tablets of stone, but on tablets of human hearts. Some may believe that Jesus healed and worked miracles centuries ago, but according to Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 8, Jesus is still working miracles and still healing people today. As the song says, the blood still works, praise God. And number 8, testifying sparks expectations for miracles. When people hear what God has done, they begin to believe He can do it again. Psalm chapter 145 and verses 4 through 6 read, One generation commends your works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. They speak of the glorious splendor of your majesty. and I will meditate on your wonderful works. They tell of the power of your awesome works, and I will proclaim your great deeds. Acts chapter 14 and verse 27 in the New King James Version reads, Now when they had come and gathered the church together, they reported all that God had done with them, and that he had opened the door of faith to the Gentiles. So I encourage you to share your testimony. Comment below on what God has done for you so it will bless others. Also, you can email us with your prayer requests at fyfministries@gmail.com. We would love to pray for you and with you. This is Keshia Lease with Find Your Faith Podcast. Have a blessed and joyful day on purpose.